What if I told you that the first 5 minutes after you wake up could decide not just how your day unfolds, but how your life unfolds? Not with pills, not with expensive treatments, but with a handful of simple choices rooted in science, grounded in ancient wisdom, that could protect your health, sharpen your mind, and help you walk through life with quiet strength. The Stoics believed that the way you begin anything shapes its destiny. And what are mornings, if not the brushstrokes that set the tone for everything that follows? Most people drift into their mornings half awake, letting the world's noise dictate their direction. But imagine starting your day like a seasoned captain steering through a storm. Not frantic, not rushed, but with clarity, control, and a sense of purpose that no chaos can touch. Those first 5 minutes hold the power to build resilience in your body, peace in your mind, and resolve in your spirit. This is where real change begins, not in grand gestures, but in small deliberate acts that echo through the years. If you value your time, your body, and your mind, consider subscribing as a pledge to yourself. Let it mark the moment you stop drifting and start living deliberately, building a life worthy of your finite days. Step 1. Wake up your body with water. You know that strange, heavy feeling you sometimes get in the morning, when your eyes are open but your body feels like it's still somewhere deep in the night? That's not just laziness or not being a morning person. It's biology. Your body has been quietly working through the night, repairing tissues, regulating hormones, sorting through memories, and it's been doing it all without taking in a single drop of water. As you sleep, you lose moisture with every breath and through your skin. By the time the sun is up, you're running on the last drops in your tank. You may feel like you've rested, but on the inside, you're already playing catch-up. And here's the strange part. Most people respond to this internal drought by pouring in coffee first thing. Don't get me wrong, coffee has its place, but right after waking. It's like firing up an engine without oil. You might get moving, but you're forcing the machine to work harder than it should. The fix is so simple, it's almost too easy to dismiss. Drink a glass of room temperature water with a squeeze of lemon the moment you wake up. No excuses, no delay. Before the phone, before the news, before even thinking about coffee. Why room temperature? Because your body has just emerged from hours of rest, and in this delicate moment, your system needs to expand, not contract. Cold water makes blood vessels tighten. Room temperature water allows them to open, encouraging a smooth flow through your entire system. The lemon is not just for taste. It's loaded with vitamin C and potassium, giving your immune system a gentle nudge and helping your liver flush out the waste it's been filtering all night. Think of it as a warm handshake between your body and the day ahead. The Stoics often spoke of beginning the day with intention, not chaos. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive." A simple glass of water might not seem like a profound act, but when done deliberately, it becomes a small ritual of self-respect. And there's something deeper here. It's not just about hydration, it's about how you treat yourself in those first fragile minutes of the day. If you rush into stimulation, caffeine, screens, noise, you start the day reactive, not responsive. Carl Jung once wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." In the same way, if you let unconscious habits steer your mornings, you might spend years feeling drained and not understand why. By choosing water over coffee first thing, you're making a conscious choice to nourish rather than deplete, to align with your body instead of forcing it into overdrive. Once your body is rehydrated, it's time to wake up your circulation. Think about it. Your blood has been pooling and moving slowly for hours while you slept. Your joints are stiff, your balance is off, And your mind isn't firing on all cylinders yet. And yet, what do most people do? They stumble from the bed to the kitchen, dragging their body into the day without giving it a chance to catch up. The Stoics believed in aligning with nature's rhythms, not fighting them. Just like the sun doesn't leap from horizon to noon in an instant, neither should you launch yourself into the day without preparation. All you need is a minute, just one, to bring your system online. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Breathe in deeply, raising your arms overhead, and feel your ribs expand. Lower them slowly, letting tension drain from your shoulders. Roll those shoulders back and forward. Gently turn your neck side to side. Rise onto your toes and back down slowly 10 times. These movements are not exercise, they're a signal. They tell your body, we are awake now, we are ready. And when you start the day with readiness, not rush, everything flows better. This is where psychology and physiology meet. Your physical readiness affects your mental state. If your habit is to begin each morning in a reactive slump, you'll carry that sluggishness into your choices, your work, and your relationships. If your habit is to start with mindful movement, you'll feel the difference, not just in your body, but in your clarity and mood. And science backs it up. Just 60 seconds of gentle morning movement increases circulation, sends oxygen to your brain, and can even improve your balance for the rest of the day. Now, with your blood flowing and your body alert, there's one thing you can't overlook: feeding your strength. This is where so many people unknowingly sabotage themselves. You wake up, maybe you move a little, maybe you hydrate, and then nothing until lunch. Or maybe just a quick, carb-heavy breakfast that spikes your blood sugar and leaves you crashing before mid-morning. Here's the truth. When you wake up, your body is in a fasted state. If it doesn't get protein within the first hour, it starts breaking down muscle tissue to create energy. Over time, especially as you age, that leads to weakness, frailty, and slower recovery from any physical challenge. Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." In this case, it's not time you're wasting, it's strength. You don't need a massive breakfast to stop this process. A simple protein shake, a couple of boiled eggs, a spoonful of Greek yogurt with protein powder. Small, quick, and easy. Done consistently, this one habit can preserve your muscle mass for years. It also balances blood sugar, curbs cravings, and sharpens your mental focus. Think of it as putting bricks into the foundation of your house each morning. Without them, the structure weakens. With them, it stands strong against the years. And here's the part most people don't realize. Your physical strength is directly tied to your independence. The day you can no longer carry your groceries, get up from a chair without help, or walk a mile without resting is the day your freedom shrinks. Feeding your strength is not just about looking good, it's about living free. But even strength won't carry you far if you lose mobility. After a night of stillness, the fluid in your joints thickens, making movement stiff and sometimes painful. Push your body too quickly in that state, and you risk inflammation or injury. The answer: 90 seconds of mobility work right after your circulation reset. Sit on the edge of your bed, rotate your ankles 10 times each way, then your knees. Stand. Twist gently from the waist side to side, lean left and right. Roll your shoulders again and take a deep breath. These aren't workouts. They're invitations to your body, signals that you value its years and respect its limits. Epictetus once said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." If you want to be the kind of person who moves with ease well into your later years, then you have to keep company with habits that uplift your body, not wear it down. The small, unglamorous things that keep that freedom alive. Finally, there's the mind. You can have a hydrated body, flowing blood, strong muscles, and supple joints. But if your mind is clouded, anxious, or scattered, the day can still slip away from you. The problem is, most people let the world in before they've even had a chance to center themselves. The phone buzzes, the news shouts, and suddenly you're carrying the weight of the world before you've even brushed your teeth. Carl Jung observed, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls." That's why I believe the last step of your morning should be mental clarity. Take 1 minute, just one, before you touch a screen to sit in silence. Close your eyes and replay yesterday in reverse. What was the last thing you did before bed? Who did you talk to? What did you eat? What color was the sky in the afternoon? This isn't just about memory, it's about presence. Neuroscience calls this building cognitive reserve, the brain's ability to adapt and stay sharp even as you age. The Stoics called it living with awareness, knowing where you've been so you can see clearly where you're going. Hydration, movement, nourishment, mobility, clarity. 5 simple acts that take less than 5 minutes in total, but if practiced with intention, can change the course of your days and, over time, the course of your life. And here's the deeper point. These aren't just health hacks. They're small daily victories over the part of you that would rather drift than direct, that would rather be pulled than choose. The world will always try to steal your mornings. Your job is to protect them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." If these really were your last years, wouldn't you want them to be strong, clear, and full of purpose? Then start with the first 5 minutes, because if you can master them, you can master the rest. Step 2. Move before you go anywhere. You know those mornings where you wake up, swing your legs out of bed, and the moment you stand up, the world tilts a little. That isn't just getting older or having a slow morning. It's your body reminding you that it's been in stillness for hours. Your blood has been flowing at a calmer pace. Your joints have been in the same positions for too long, and your brain hasn't yet shifted into full alertness. You might think the best solution is to stumble straight toward the coffee maker, hoping caffeine will shock you into feeling awake. But here's the truth. If you try to launch your day without properly waking up your body first, you're building the whole morning on a shaky foundation. And shaky foundations don't last. The Stoics believed that the way you begin anything deeply shapes how it unfolds. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If we apply that to the body, the way you move in the first minutes after waking will color your energy for the rest of the day. So instead of dragging yourself half asleep into the kitchen, give your body the warm-up it's asking for. Don't think of this as exercise. It's more like turning the key in the ignition before driving. Stand right beside your bed. Place your feet shoulder-width apart. Feel the ground under you. Inhale slowly, raising your arms above your head, feeling your lungs stretch and your ribs expand. As you exhale, lower your arms and roll your shoulders back 5 slow circles, then forward 5 more. Gently tilt your head from side to side, allowing the stiffness in your neck to loosen. Finally, rise onto your toes and slowly lower yourself back down, repeating it 10 times like you're pressing into the floor with strength and control. This isn't about building muscle or breaking a sweat. It's about sending a message to every system in your body. We are here, we are awake, we are ready. Carl Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." In a way, this small ritual is doing both. You're waking up inside your body and preparing it to meet the outside world. And while it might seem insignificant, this 1-minute wake-up changes more than you think. When you breathe deeply and move with intention first thing in the morning, you're increasing oxygen flow to your brain. That extra oxygen sharpens your mental clarity, stabilizes your balance, and even lifts your mood before you've had a single sip of coffee. The act of rolling your shoulders, tilting your neck, and rising on your toes gently resets your circulation, helping to prevent that dizzy, off-balance feeling you sometimes get. Think of it like gently turning on the lights in a dark room instead of flooding it with a blinding flash. You're giving your body time to adjust, to align, to prepare. Seneca wrote, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life." If each day is its own lifetime, then these first minutes are the birth of it. How you start will influence everything that follows. There's also a deeper psychological effect here. By pausing to wake your body before diving into the day, you're breaking the cycle of rushing. Most of us live in a constant state of go, 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 without realizing that we've trained ourselves to be reactive instead of intentional. That 1 minute of movement isn't just a physical reset, it's a mental one. It's you telling yourself, "I am in control of my day. My body moves when I choose, not just when life pushes me." Imagine this for a moment. You wake up, and instead of feeling like your body is dragging behind your mind, the two start the day together, in sync. You're not rushing to catch up to yourself. You're not forcing alertness through caffeine or jolting your system awake with stress. You're grounded, your breathing is steady, your balance is sure. This state doesn't just make you feel better, it affects your choices. A body that starts the day balanced and oxygenated is less likely to crave a sugar rush mid-morning. A mind that starts the day calmly engaged is less likely to react impulsively to stress. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." If you want to be someone who moves through the day with calm, control, and focus, then this is one of the things you have to do. It's tempting to skip something so small. A minute can feel like nothing, especially when the day ahead feels overwhelming. But here's the thing, if you don't have 1 minute for your body, the rest of the day will take its toll without asking permission. These subtle morning movements work like armor, protecting you from the stiffness, imbalance, and low energy that creep in when you start cold. They're also a reminder of something the Stoics valued deeply, that the mind and body are not separate in their functioning. To tend to one is to tend to the other. Marcus Aurelius advised himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In this context, the outside events include the autopilot habits that pull you straight into chaos. When you choose to begin with presence and movement, you're reclaiming that power. And the beauty of this is, it's adaptable. Whether you're 20 or 80, whether you're athletic or not, these movements can meet you where you are. Over time, you might add more: hip rotations, light stretches, even mindful squats. But the foundation is the same. Start by simply waking the body in a way that feels good. This is not about pushing limits. It's about honoring what your body has already done for you through the night, repairing, restoring, keeping you alive, and now preparing it to carry you through the day. Jung's words come to mind here. Your vision will become clear only when you look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Morning movement is a way of looking inward, of acknowledging your own needs before the noise of the world drowns them out. Here's what most people miss. The small things you do repeatedly are far more powerful than the big things you do occasionally. A dramatic workout once a week can't undo the strain of ignoring your body every morning. But a consistent minute of mindful movement each day can create a chain reaction: better posture, improved energy, sharper focus, and a more grounded mindset. The Stoics didn't wait for someday to care for their minds and bodies. They built the practice into daily life. And if you're thinking, but I'm too busy in the mornings, remember, this is less time than it takes to scroll through a single social media post. Seneca's reminder fits perfectly here. Life is long if you know how to use it. Your mornings are one of the most underused resources you have. Why not claim them back? If you make this a habit, you'll notice the difference not just in how you feel, but in how you carry yourself. Your walk will feel steadier, your thoughts clearer, and your reactions calmer. This isn't magic. It's physiology meeting intention. You're not just keeping your joints loose and your circulation active. You're setting a tone of self-respect for the entire day. And self-respect, as the Stoics would remind us, is at the root of all discipline. Aristotle's wisdom applies here. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. When your body and mind are both energized in harmony, life feels more manageable, more purposeful. And all it takes is one mindful minute before you step into the stream of your day. In the end, it's not about whether you have time for this. It's about whether you value your time enough to use it well. Each morning gives you a choice. You can start on autopilot, letting habit and hurry drag you along, or you can take the wheel, set your pace, and begin with clarity. That 1 minute by your bed isn't just movement, it's a statement. It says, I will not rush my start. I will not let the world dictate my first steps. I choose to begin on my terms. And when you start your day like that, you carry that quiet power into everything else. Step 3. Feed your strength early. You ever notice how some people seem to get weaker year after year, even though they're not doing anything obviously wrong? They're not sick, they're not bedridden, but their grip gets softer, their steps shorter, their energy lower. Most chalk it up to getting older, but there's a hidden process happening that no one warns you about. It starts quietly, right after you wake up. You open your eyes, go about your morning, and think you're fine. But inside your body is already making a choice, where it's going to get its fuel from. And if you haven't eaten, it's not reaching for some magical reserve of energy. It's taking it from your own muscles, slowly, silently, every single day. That process is called catabolism, and it's a slow thief. You don't notice it right away, at least not until you find yourself struggling to carry the groceries, open a jar, or climb stairs without feeling it in your bones. The Stoics often spoke about guarding what is precious, and Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, you must build up your life action by action and be content if each one achieves its goal. In the same way, you build or lose your strength action by action, morning by morning. This is where most people underestimate the power of early nourishment.